Now on the flip side of things, though, you have the Bad Guy song, which
Yeah.
I think is another one of the very powerful songs on Collect Call. So with that one, I understand there was some apprehension.
Yeah, I didn't want to put that song on the project, and I felt like maybe I was digging too deep.
Okay.
And man, I thought that maybe that was something that people wouldn't want to hear because it was coming from, you know, a relationship that had went bad, and just being like, yo, who wants to hear about this?
Okay.
So it made me nervous about it, and the people that I was working with, shout out my homeboy Ace, the whole time he was like, this record is gonna be a big record for you. This is gonna be a big record for you. And I was nervous about the song all the way up until the release date. Like I just did the listening. I went and picked up a bunch of fans and took them to my favorite dispensary, and we rode around and listened to my album. And I would be cringing before track number 4 came on. Like I'd be like, I don't know. I skipped it. We did 2 trips with the fans, and the first time I did skip it, and the second time I played about 75% of it. And I just told the fan, listen to it when you're at home.
Right.
You know, and then what's funny is now that the album's out, so many people are hitting me on like Snapchat videos of like people smoking to it or riding to it or vibing to it, or people sending me messages like I needed to hear that. And that, I think that even encouraged me more to peel back more layers on this next work that I'm gonna do. Like I felt like really what I was doing, I was taking stories that I would tell to people, and I was making songs out of them.
Okay.
And that's really what I did differently on this album than what I've done in the past, you know? And we would always sit and have conversations before we rap, but I think that I really just honed in. I wanted people to get to know me, though. That's why I call it Collect Call. It's about reaching out.
Right. And one of the surprising guests that you reached out to, at least to me, to be on the album was the Little Debbie.
Yeah, shout out Lil Debbie.
So
Came with the heat.
yeah, she did, man. It was very impressive. So explain with Scoop DeVille and her how the song came about and why it fits on the album.
Yeah, well, Scoop, really, I got with him, and we had did a project last year called Loud Pack Extracts, where it's a 10-track thing.
Man, Blowing Money Fast.
Blowing Money Fast is
my
on
favorite
there.
song on there.
Woo,
Be Real.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
shout out Be Real for letting us even
And
bless
Burner.
that sample, and then him getting on
Man,
it,
that
which
song's
made it so
amazing.
special.
The song's amazing.
Yeah, but so I've been working with Scoop forever.
Right.
And I just really asked him to produce some records for me on the project. And, you know, he said he wanted to really come in and give me some of those super beats. You know how you know how producers got their lists, got their little
right.
bins, and you know he knows if he's gonna get in front of a Snoop or a Jay-Z or because you know he got records with all those people,
Right.
Kendrick and all that stuff. He got his special little
That's
folder.
the stash.
The
That's
special
the stash
little
over
folder.
here. It's the hidden on the
Yes,
desktop.
thank you, Scoop, for reaching in the stash and giving me bangers like Watch This with Lil Debbie. And,
Right.
you know, Lil Debbie heard the record and she really wanted to be on it. And, man, I'm glad that we sent her it because she destroyed it.
Yeah.
She barred up on there crazy. Like, I didn't really have any expectation. And in anything that I would have thought, it's like she blew that away.
Right.
You know, because she really just killed it. There's bars on there.
Absolutely, man. And I think that that's one of the things that makes the album so good is, to me at least, having listened to almost all of your work probably,
Yeah.
it's I learned a lot about you, and to learn that much about you artistically at this point in your career, I think is a good step, and it shows growth and maturation.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna help you, you know, gain new fans
Yeah.
and reach the things that you haven't done yet.
Well, I think a big part of it is that I needed to step out in front of away from the big crowds with my big homies and all the stuff, and get in front of some actual Demrick fans.
Okay.
And seeing I got a chance. I talked to hundreds, maybe even a couple thousand people who love my music at this point. And you know, one-on like conversation, whether it's a meet and greet, whether it's at the after the show at the bar, whether it's conversation that just pops up on Instagram or something like that, where I got an opportunity to really see what my fans that I do have now like about me. And what it is that I was giving them, and what it is that I took from our conversations that I could give them some more of.
And what surprised you that you learned?
I think what surprised me the most is that some people feel like kind of like what you said, they didn't really feel like they knew my story, because a lot of the stuff, you know, I've been working for a while, so there's stuff that I had touched on Audio Hustlers Volume 1 that I left there, that maybe need to be re-brought up and rehashed now, that the way that I look at life.
Right.
And even just understanding myself as an artist, you know, when you get out there and you're standing next to some legendary people, you know, and you're in front of those crowds, that energy's all there. But when you take those away and it's just you really see what you have to work on, what you have to build, what you actually have, and the reason. And thankfully, when I went around the States after doing this stuff, there was fans that showed up. There were fans there. There were people with my names tatted on them, people with the stuff. And it gave me the extra confidence that I needed to know that just all this work that I've been putting in over this time wasn't in vain. It was actually connecting. I did connect with some people. So I wanted to all the way connect with them. And that's what this album is about.
Well, there it is, y'all. Demrick Collect Call here on Unique Access with Soren Baker. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you, bro.
Always a pleasure.